What's going on, crew? Today we have a Silver 3 Spider-Man player needing some advice on how to play Spider-Man better. And as you can see, after our advice, we were actually able to get him all the way from Silver 3 to Plat 3. Enjoy! Quick heads up, most people watching aren't subbed. If this helps you, subbing really helps me keep making these. Okay, first let me see the team comp right here, because this is quick play like you were saying. I got 2-1-3. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world. So as long as it wasn't like 6 DPS, I was like, alright, then I can't really give you the best advice because your team's kind of doing whatever the hell they want. Bless you, brother. Yeah, I know I'm not on my main. No, my teammates, this game keeps me tilted, honestly. I probably need a break. I mean, you might also, this is total shot in the dark. I generally don't need a break from the game, also because I don't take it seriously ever. I just play for fun mostly. So even if I drop from like my GM2 status right now all the way to silver, it would suck, yes, and I might drop it for a little bit, but at the end of the game, it's just a game. If you're not having fun with it, then I drop it, but that's my advice for that one at least. All right, let's see how Chaos is doing. I used to be a pro COD player. Okay. That's a little different then. COD this is not. So you should have the aim. You might just need the game sense difference then. We'll have to see. Okay, let's see. You are an Xbox, that is right. Right. Alright, I see. Okay, right here, we're just gonna go really slow with this one. Gonna go really slow with this one, and you will see. I have noticed that, don't worry, Chaos. We are not gonna judge it, though. We're gonna try and help you fix it. Okay, so right here, you missed all of them, I'll say that. But you are overcorrecting on every single shot. Okay, so right here, you shoot way up to the left. Shoom! And then you shoot way over to the top right, shoom. Then you shoot way down below, and then obviously she's out of there. So first things first, I would recommend looking at your sensitivity. It seems from that exchange at least that it's way too high. Let us watch and continue to see if that is still the case. Maybe it's a reticle thing. Maybe the reticle isn't helping you hit your shots as easily. But from right now, it looks like your sensitivity is way too high. But let's keep going. By the way, I review viewer games from my Discord, so if you want yours next, I have the Discord link in the description. Yo, what's up, Hexed? Doing some VOD reviews today. We might just be doing VOD reviews only today. Okay, so let me go back right there. Game sense type of thing. So this would be a thing if you don't have headphones, you might not be able to hear it, but listen really closely. You can hear Invisible Woman walking up right behind you. So that's your first indicator. Second indicator, she starts attacking you from behind and you don't respond until you're half health. So yeah, you're already at 160 and you're still not looking, and then finally you're like, oh shit, there's somebody there. I need you to react a little bit faster. And then get out of there, yeah. And don't forget to use your team up that you have with her. Okay, I want you to also be looking for some health packs right here. Use your swings. You are not using your swings like I'd like you to. Yeah, there you go, finally. Alright. Now let's see how you do here. So maybe just knowing where the health packs are here. And then you wasted 2 swings right there for traversing. Okay. Woo! Almost got deleted. Alright, so I noticed you're looking at this Penny a lot right here. 2 things right now. She's ulting, and she is a tank that you have a hard time killing. And Jeff spat you out right next to the invis right here. I would like you to go for her instead of her. So just a target priority thing for this one right here. Her egg makes her hard to kill, exactly. Yeah, so stop focusing on the Penny right now. Although none of her healers are healing her, so why the hell not? In general, I'll say that in that time it worked out. Alright. Let me go back here. I want to ask you one question. So right here, I see you do uppercut. Yep, you do a simple swing. Are you doing a simple swing to try and do a combo? Or are you trying to get out? Or what is your reasoning for simple swinging right here? I know I asked 3 variations, so I'm not sure which one the yeah is for. So, go ahead and tell me which one. Sorry. I probably should just do yes or no answers, then it'll be faster. Gotcha, you're trying to bread and butter her. Okay, so... from the gameplay I'm seeing right now, I would like you to focus less. It was smooth, I do agree with that. I would like you to almost get rid of your simple swing combos out of your vocabulary, I guess we'll say, for lack of a better term, out of your repertoire of abilities, because I think right now, I think you need to get the basics down a little bit more than doing the fancier combos right now. So in this case, I would rather you do the animation cancel with a manual swing and tracer, because you will keep your cooldowns, which is something I see you messing up a little bit. You're using your swings suboptimally in many cases, so I'd rather you keep as many swings as possible. So try and keep things more basic with more basic combos. If you've ever seen me play, I never use simple swing combos and I still get a lot of value out of them. So I want you to try and adopt that for a little bit until you get the fundamentals down, and then you can start adding like the hydros and the simple swing combos and all the crazy stuff. Roster, thank you, roster. So from right there, I'll be honest, I have no idea how that missed. Is it like a game VOD replay glitch right there? That should have killed her 100%. But still, I would like you to try and get the fundamentals down. Like right there, you should have also, game sense right here. You should just be backing out right now instead. And if you had that extra swing, which you don't anymore, you could be using it to try and survive right now instead. Alright, let us continue. I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I think that advice alone for the fundamentals will help you the most out of anything right now. Okay, so right there, you used another Swimple Swing combo. You didn't die for it, though. Let me go back, though, once again. Do some advice right here. Your engagement timing is a little poor right here. I know your team is rounding the corner, but you are also pulling yourself into 3 of their people. One of them is a mobile, kind of anti-diver-ish type of hero. And then 2 of these can CC you with you being out of line of sight of your whole team right here. So I know you had the tracer on him right here. I think you could have waited and maybe flanked on another side. Or if you do go for it, which you do in a second, do a soft engage and then try and dip out immediately. But I know you're hard engaging right here because you used a simple swing overhead right here, so you're trying to go for the kill. Which if you can, go for it, but I think you got a little greedy right here. Yeah, use your Penny team up as well, if you can. It gives you overshield, a tracer back, and you can do damage with it if you don't do it for that. And I have noticed you focusing on the tanks a lot more than I'd like you to. If they are free kills, go for it, but in a lot of these cases, the tanks have been with like 3 of their teammates instead. Okay, that was a nice ult right there. You got a kill out of it. Yeah, so let me see you go back and get this health pack right here instead. Yeah, so I think you got greedy here again. Just go for this health pack right here instead, or right here. You're half health right here, going into another instance of 6 of their teammates. I tend to do that. I keep forgetting to use it, yeah. I want him to usually do something before the ult. Oh yeah, I mean, if you can do any sort of combo just to get some extra damage or bait out some cooldowns if you can. Okay. It worked out for him. I'm not gonna try and, just because it's silver and it's a little bit harder to, I don't want to nitpick everything so he doesn't it's hard to take the advice when I give him like 20 things to improve upon. So I think right now we're gonna focus on some fundamental stuff, which I guess that kind of is too. Yeah, so right there, that was just map knowledge. You did know the health pack was there, but that was probably a bad one to go for where their team was coming at you from. Okay, I would like you to stop focusing the fantastic here. Bad cop, good type, that deal. Yes. I am not cooking Snoopy. What's up, bro? We're doing some viewer VOD reviews right now. We are reviewing a Silver 3 player, I believe. It's either Silver 3 or Silver 1. Thanks for liking the TikTok, by the way, brother. Okay, I noticed, I guess she is low. But I think in general, so another fundamental thing I'd like from you, you will advance beyond this later, but I want you to almost entirely stop going for tanks. It is just something for a short-term improvement. You can always, once you get better at them, go for tanks as much as you want. But I think the way I want you to play is only going for isolated targets or DPS that are not like anti-dives or no Mr. Fantastics. Try and stick away from Bucky and stuff like that. So try and just go for supports and easily diveable DPS for the time being. Maybe the next like 10 games, only do that. Then after that 10 games, see how that's improved your gameplay style, and maybe start going for tanks again after that. But only go for tanks if like it's the only person left and your whole team's on them or something like that. So I want you to try and implement that in your next couple matches. So you'll probably miss out on some kills going for that, but in the long run, it's going to be worth doing. There you go. Yep, keep going for the Spidey. He's low. Yeah, so this is one of those things that tells me your sensitivity is a little bit too high on your controller. So on TikTok, I would look at Guy. He might have some settings that you might be able to utilize for controller. Okay. So yeah, just another instance of going for tanks only right here again. I think we'll skip forward just because I don't want to rehash the same thing over and over again. Now that we kind of already know a good game plan for you later. Yep, I see you looking at the gambits. Please keep looking at the gambit for right now. Alright, so that was an instance. Alright, I gotta say it this time. I have to agree with, I believe it was, who said it? I think it was William that said it, right? I can't remember who said it. But next couple times you go in for an ult, I don't want you to just swing and ult right away. Because they have a couple people that can stop your ult in their tracks. They can either, Gambit can get away from it with his dashes, Spider-Man can pull you out of it, Rogue can tackle you out of it, Penny can stun you out of it, and Invisible Woman can push you out of it. Pretty much everybody minus Mr. Fantastic can stop your ult. So I want you to do some sort of combo, even if it's like a Tracer uppercut and that's it, and then ult. I want you to start trying to do that as well. So that is another thing I want you to start trying to do. So let us go back to you. Let's see how this is going. Okay. Not the worst idea. I like that you didn't get the health back there, so then your supports can try and get their ult charge back. Okay. Alright, I want you to not look at this penny anymore. Very nice, you went around. Unfortunate, I saw what you were trying to do, and your team's kind of pushed up, so it's not the worst idea. Now I'd be going... I was gonna say, I want you to swing all the way to the back line again. So right there again, I just want to emphasize this again. I believe you did a simple swing to try and do an overhead right here. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But this is another time where you could just double jump or do a manual swing cancel with a tracer to go for an overhead instead. And then save your web swing for some other repositioning type of thing. I was right. I knew it. Yeah, so for you, another thing... I'm kind of throwing too much at you, I'm realizing, but maybe we'll look at this again. It might be more of a fundamental thing. Only do overheads using the manual swing cancel with the tracer, double jumps, and when you come off of a wall. Those are the only 3 ways I want you to be able to even get your overhead right now. So no more simple swing overheads for another 10 games, we'll say, just like the other thing with the tanks. Okay, yep, you hear the invis, you just saw her, and you see her shooting at you. Very nice. All right, I see what you're going for. Yeah, so try and mess with your sensitivity settings. I don't think you're used to them yet. So probably lower all of them by a decent chunk. I was right, yes. Oh wait, I already read that one. There you go. Hey, use the tracer. I see it. So yeah, we're not going to worry about alt tracking or anything like this to improve. That would be too much right now, I think. Very nice. I see you going for Gambit. I like it. I like it. All right. You're going the long way a little bit. I understand why. Wait. I'm very confused here, I must say. I have to point it out. All right, so you walked over here, which took like 3 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, just to walk back over here, which took you another 5 seconds. If anything, I'd like when you get over here to just do a swing over here or something. Bop, pop you right here, different angle. You know the penny nest is right here. You're not going to be destroyed by that. But then you go back to where you were and die for it, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Let's see, is the game over from here? To be honest, I wasn't thinking. I have to agree with you on that one. All right, so what's... Hold up. I don't want the end screen to go. We're just gonna like play it from the middle, so then it's, you know, those funny TikTok things where it's you gotta have the train game in the background so people pay attention. So we'll have some visual stimulation while we're saying this. So fundamentals, I want you to work on those. But I think the best way to do that is to, from what I can tell, either probably both, maybe. I have a reticle that I advise to use. I'm going to just put it in the chat right here. I actually, because your controller, I have a video on my YouTube channel that has the best controller reticle as well. It's the same one, but I know you guys can't copy it over. So try that one out instead of the one you have here. Also lower your sensitivities. I don't know exactly how that works for controller players, but I think mess around with that in practice range and then try it in some quick play games. See how you like those better. No more simple swing cancels. I don't want to see those overheads anymore. That's just one of those things to help with the fundamentals. And then anytime you ult, I want you to try and do a slight combo, even if it's for like 50 damage. I want you to try and do something before you just go in and swing and try and ult without baiting any cooldowns or anything. Oh, and the last huge one as well. Next 10 games, I don't want to see you going for any tanks unless they're the last person alive. I want you to only go for DPS that aren't counters to you. So like probably don't go for, I'll say this and I think it might be good. Don't go for any counters. So no Buckies, no Scarlet Witches, no Namors, no Bucky. Did I say Bucky already? I really mean it, I guess. No Mr. Fantastics and literally no tanks. Only go for supports or diveable DPS like a Hela or a Moon Knight or another Spider-Man's a good one too. Try that for 10 games. Come back to me after that and see if you think it's working better or it's not. And then I think we'll go from there. And I think that might be a good start for you. So that would be my biggest one right there. Double on the Bucky, he deserves it, exactly. Do not go for Bucky. I know his grounding effect isn't there anymore, but I think it's a good idea. And I think that'll be a good one for you, good sir. Hopefully it helps. Report back. Give me another VOD to review after like 10 or 20 games or something after those improvements on Spider-Man. And we'll go from there, all right?